Have you ever surfed it?
I have, yes.
When it was proper sized?
I wouldn't say proper size, probably 8 feet on the face.
Did you get barreled?
Yes. Yes.
Back door or pipe?
It was pipe.
Wow, look at you going left.
Yeah, I have it. It's a quick. Do you want to hear my quick pipeline story?
I do.
It's very quick. I think I was 21 or something like that, around there. Had never been to Hawaii, saved up, bought a ticket. Way before the internet and cell phones. Called a friend to pick me up at the airport because I had no idea what to do. And he said I could stay with him. It was Joel Tudor. He was staying at Joe Galanka, a lifeguard. I couldn't believe Joel was actually at the airport. Unbelievable that he picked me up because he's such a flake. And, you know, I'm just pasty. I have a blonde bowl cut. Just not a good look to show up in Hawaii with. You know, this is a long time ago. I'm 46 now. And he's like, hey, Pipeline is really good right now. And it's like not even that crowded. This would have been whatever, 1994 or 5 or something. Pull right up to the parking lot. Didn't even go to the house to drop the stuff off. He's like, we're going out. I'm like, what out? You know, so I'm just rip the board out and pasty, wax up, go out, sit out there for 2 hours and just paddle over waves. Don't catch shit because it's scary, you know, even though it's only a whatever. It was 8 foot face one I caught, but there were bigger ones. But I mean, it was flawless, offshore, as good as it gets. And there were some scary guys out there. You know, I was like, ooh, you know, I'm just sitting. And then finally one came after hours of waiting. Joel said, go on this one. Put my head down. Did everything right. Pulled in. I mean, I don't know how this all just worked out beautifully. And it was just crystal clear blue water coming over, just getting completely shacked. And I'm on a 9.2 Takayama, you know, kind of high performance type of longboard. No leash, of course. And I see this guy on the shoulder paddling in to burn me.
Oh my gosh.
And he was a tan fellow, let's say. He's probably very local. And I went, oh shit, you know, like, and then I was just like, okay, I'm going to get burned, but I'm just going to hold the line. And I don't know what happened, but he didn't get to his feet in time and he went over the falls. I end up getting barreled by him. He completely goes over me. It almost kills me. And like the board just like misses my head. And all this is going on, right? Like it's just crazy. First wave at Pipeline. First time ever in Hawaii. And I get spit out of the wave. And I was like, big smile, couldn't believe it. I even like fall off the board at the end and it goes out in the channel. And I just was like, wow, my fucking dreams have come true. A wave at Pipeline. And I go and I get on the board and I hear this, hey, fucking howly. What the fuck? You know, just like the gnarliest Hawaiian war cry. And I'm like, oh man, someone's in trouble. I didn't even
right.
think.
Because you didn't do anything wrong.
I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
And I'm just like, and I paddle back out and I'm going, and Joel looks at me and shakes his head and just like paddles away. He's just like, and it's a guy named Braden Diaz.
Oh yeah.
And he paddled straight up to me. And right next to him was the Kyborg, who I didn't even know who these people were.
Right.
And I got to give him credit. He was nice enough. He just said, hey, get the fuck out of here. You know, fucking howly, like the whole thing. And I just went, okay. I just put my head down and I paddled over to Gums and then just, you know, watched perfect waves for the next hour or two. But I was like, well.
So Braden was the one.
I got a wave.
Braden went over the falls?
Yes. Nobody knows what happens. I think he was so focused on like trying to burn me that he just screwed up and like slipped and then fell in and then went over the falls.
But also, why is he yelling at you at that point?
Because I think it's obvious. I think he was embarrassed. You know, it was like his friends saw that. Like, oh, you're like, it's a longboarder. Burn the shit out of him.
Right.
But oh fuck, you fell and he made the barrel.
Right. Holy cow!
I wasn't trying to do anything, but I just chalked it up to like. I remember Joel saying, "Look, if anybody yells at you or does anything, just say okay and just like look at the reef and don't look at them and leave." And that's what I did. And I didn't get my ass kicked.
Dude, that is so classic. It's like, I mean, it really is like
it was like
primary hunter-gatherer, like social pecking order. That's what we love about surfing, is that you throw out all of the politics, which we'll talk about. You throw out all of these, I don't know, developments that we've made as society, and you just get back to core fundamentals. This is a resource. I live here. I'm bigger than you, and I want the resource.
Yeah. And, you know, over the weeks I was there, I ended up seeing him like at the grocery store in town, and we didn't become buddies, but like, I think there was an acknowledgement. Like I remember he looked at me and just kind of did one of those like little heads up nods. Like we're not going to be buddies, but like
you made the barrel.
Well, and I think there was some shred of respect that like he sounded me and I respected it. I followed protocol. I said, okay, I'm not going to be like, but why? What, you know, like you see people do that. It's like, no,
well,
just leave.
Leave. And if you stick around, then we'll have that little interaction. And then next time I see you, I'll let you go on an inside wave, and eventually you'll work your way through it. So that level of localism, it sounds barbaric or maybe archaic and crass, but it's not actually. This is the way the world works, and there's order to it. And you pay your dues and you work your way up. Yeah. That's the order. And that's the way that it should be. That's the way that the world works best.
And at that time, what's actually amazing is that he sounded me and didn't just punch me in the face, because he could have. You know, that's just how it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to happen regularly. So anyways, my pipeline story.
That's an amazing story. Is there footage that exists of any of this?
No. This was like middle of the day. You know?